here.
All right, the race is on.
The race to get to the race.
The race to get to the race. So Junior here, he's got a 400 that he took out of his truck because it was a serious gas pig. And I've got a 350 in this thing that we pieced together and put on nitrous for the no prep race last year. And it appears to have some serious steel in the oil. So that's coming out of there. And over in the back, I've got the 327 that used to be in this car. One way or the other, this engine's coming out. We have a race this weekend that I sponsor, and I sort of have to be there. So Junior thinks he can rebuild this 400 before I can get this engine out, the 327 cleaned up, which is going to be a big cleanup. The head's back on it and back in the car today. There's our challenge for the day. What do you think, Junior? Can you do it?
I mean, I can definitely rebuild this 400 real quick. This is no big deal. This one was done properly the first time, although this is lacking some parts in comparison to your engine being a full solid roller and this one being a flat tappet. But this has got the compression and it's got the will to live, evidently, because I've licked the heck out of this motor.
I actually won a few rounds of that motor too.
Yeah, no, this motor has gone to the track multiple times in my pickup. Ran mid-13s on street tires with an NV 4500 5-speed truck transmission and a set of 10 plies. So, like, I mean, the motor pulls pretty damn good.
I went to the quarterfinals with the thing until I broke the differential in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, with bad intake gas.
Now I wasn't a star that day. I mean, I really got lucky all the way to the quarterfinals, but you know, I got to the quarterfinals.
This thing's a beauty, this old stock block 400.
Yeah. I got to get to work. I got to get to pulling this thing. We got some serious.
We just found an issue though.
Oh no, what's wrong?
I think she has a bad camshaft.
Oh, flat tappet. What do you
I
expect?
think that is the end of this. That lifter is sunk down in there a long way.
Do I have you can't put my roller cam in?
We need valve springs though.
We have a ton of valve springs, dude. This is a Jericho tranny. It's got a Tiger quick change rear. It's not the most efficient rear, but I drive this thing on the street all the time. And that deal is awesome. Got the Caltrac rear shocks, 90-10 front shocks. It actually is a really decent little street car. And you can still race it. So it's a fun deal. Let's look at this camshaft situation. What do you got?
Oh, something wrong, mister. As you can see, look at where all the other lifters on the base circle are. Yeah. And that one is gone. And that, I mean, now I did hear a valve noise in the vehicle. So, I mean, it was definitely...
Don't we have another good cam? What about my 327 solid cam?
Yeah, we have that around. I don't know where the lifters are.
We can find them. Must be.
I mean, I'm also kind of in the boat of like, you know, the flat tappets fought a good fight. Maybe it's time to just put a roller cam in it, like a smart gentleman would do.
No, well, I don't know what we got kicking around. I'll have to dig through our garbage.
We'll dig through and we'll find something. I mean, I don't want to go crazy on the cam because it's not, you know, these heads aren't big.
We could put the 427 out of the Vega in there. That would be fun.
You don't need to worry about that.
You know, customer might get a little pissy, but people just aren't.
I mean, he's been borrowing your other 327.
That's true. He's had my engine in his car for 3 years now, so.
So I mean, what's he really gonna say?
He shouldn't say a hell of a lot. Son of a gun. That was supposed to be a short-term deal.
Yeah.
That didn't work worth the shit on my part. He's done very well with it. But anyway, he had a 348 Chevy with the rocker arm kept jumping off the tip of the valve, and that was the damnedest thing. I finally thought I had it figured out, and we screwed around it so much I had to stop rocker arm nuts on it. One of them backed off and left the rocker arm fell off, the push rod fell down the galley. The whole shooting match went to hell in the handbasket. So that was the end of that. But so we had to take that thing and put it in the Lucas oil tent at the car show. I promised him a car. And so my 327 was sitting there, so it went in. It's been there ever since. So Good steal his 427 for the weekend. Feel pretty good about it. But I don't have headers.
Kind of like he borrowed your 327 for the weekend.
What's that?
Kind of like he borrowed your 327 for the weekend.
Yeah. You mean I can keep it for 3 years?
That's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah. I don't know if that would be
Super popular.
awesomely popular. Come on, you son of a bitch.
Are you trying to pull that transmission?
I don't know why these things. They really do tighten the bearing retainer.
And there you go, a Jericho clutchless 6-speed on the floor. Peace out.
That thing.
You should have asked for some help there.
Yeah, I should have. It was just awkward getting it down. Alrighty, so that's that. Pull the bell housing and pull this exhaust and get the shit on the top of it.
Once we get there, I guess we'll give you all updates. I'll show the motor and
Yeah.
all the biz. So
Current status update. Lots going on. Engine's out. I gotta get this bell housing off. Get the clutch disc out of it. None of the rest I'm gonna use. Gotta get these heads off in case we're going in the 327. So that's ready to rock. That's my next step. Ty's got the 400 in pieces, little pieces. He's down to the bare block.
in pieces.
Where'd your cam go?
It is right there on the floor. And show the people.
All kinds of neat things. The Chinesium oil pan seems to have suffered, and it's no wonder. Look how thin this is. And it's cracked way back in. So the Chinesium oil pan's on the way out. That we know. And the camshaft. It has several white globes. Several. Well, none actually completely gone, but
I mean, it fought a good fight.
it's still fighting a little, but my God, this is interesting the way this one's done. See that square corner it has?
Yeah, I know, it's very weird.
Isn't that weird?
I've never, like, it must be pretty hard.
It must be
Like, it must be the material.
apparently not hard enough, but then this one's, so you got 1, 2 that are really bad. How many more? You only got 2 that are really.
No, there's 3. There's 3 failed lobes.
Yeah, well, you got several that are sort of failed, but I only see 2 that are really.
Well, there's 3 that have severely cupped lifters. Like,
Yeah, but I don't think you have a cupped lobe to go with it.
I may not.
You have one lobe that's pretty toasty here, and you have one lobe that's like really toasty back here. Quite a few of the others are kind of rounding. So obviously they're not spinning the lifter anymore. Anyway, cam's done. So the rest of the motor doesn't look too bad. So the race is still on. He's going to throw that thing in the washer. I'm going to strip this down, start getting heads back and stuff for the 327. And we'll see who gets to the finish line first. What do you think, Junior? You feeling cocky?
I'm feeling like I'm gonna have to do a lot of part sharpening in the barn to catch up with you on this.
We will take you guys shopping in the barn. We'll go.
You know, this is funny. This lifter that came out so darn hard is starting to be cupped, but that's normally.
Yeah, but I see a lot of them that look like that.
That's about normal.
I mean, that motor's got about 30,000 miles, so
Of beating.
of beating, yeah. But
Licking.
so that's, I don't know. Boy, you break it getting it out?
Yeah.
So it didn't come out real good.
No, it came out real bad. I had to punch it.
Huh. I'll be darned.
And then these more cupped ones came out.
Yeah.
They're too fucking machined.
Yeah, they do. It's amazing.
They look machined.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
It's the funniest flat top.
They do have a thick bottom, though, because remember those Edelbrock lifters that had to wear right through?
Oh, yeah.
We had spring hanging out the bottom.
But you can see how far they've been
And they weren't as worn as
You
that.
see how far they've been hardened.
Yeah.
These were just Summit Chinese lifters, too. It's Chinese cam kit.
That's a Chinese cam kit? Well, I don't know who makes their cam kit. I guess everybody's got a Chinese cam core, don't they?
Yeah, well now basically. But no, this was kind of before the whole bad cam craze, and I mean, evidently.
Yeah, well, they always had flat lifters. Well, I'm afraid today's a fail. I got the heads on it. The intake's sitting on it. That's about it. Got this one stripped. We're missing parts. We're Junior fell into a vagina, so he's all gone. I think we both lost a race today, long story short. So, I don't know. I'll try and get valve train on it tonight and a few things, but there's no way in hell this thing's going to be in the car tonight. So, some days you just have to admit defeat. This is one of them. Oh well. We'll come at it again. All right, we got the nicest white lifter ever.
Yeah, so this is the most unique and perfectly machined cropped lifter ever. Like,
let me see that.
It is so concaved.
Look at that. It is smooth. It's like it was made that way.
Yeah, it was like somebody machined that.
It's almost a reverse roller.
Yes, let's patent that and sell that. So, like, your flat topic cam can't go bad because it's a concave topic cam.
It's a concave topic cam.
And they've already gone bad, so then they just repair themselves and they're mint.
So we're going to market that?
Like, it's got a perfect radius in it. Like, it's a smooth, well-machined...
How's the lobe look in there? Just out of curiosity.
Like,
it must be gone, but how the hell did it wear that lifter like that?
I don't know.
I've never seen one wear that nicely.
I don't know. Ah, what? Doesn't even look that bad.
We'll have to get that out after.
I wonder if a lifter just shit and the cam is plenty hard, because...
I don't think I'd run it.
No, I don't mean that, but I mean, like... I wonder if the culprit wasn't more the lifter than...
I don't know, that's quite a thick bottom on that lifter, because
yeah,
the metal rocks I had when they wore like that, it wore right through.
Oh, I know.
I mean, that lifter's like a 1/4 inch short now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah. Well, if I pull another lifter out, I don't know where I put my vice grips, but right here I pull another lifter out, we'll see.
If you need vice grips to pull them, that's not a good sign.
I don't know, but I mean...
How's the next one look?
Starting.
Starting, yeah.
Starting.
It's not like you didn't have enough RPM in that thing all the time to keep it lubed.
No, it just went to shit. Oh, yeah, you can see. Problem!
That is, yeah.
But as we can kind of see, this one has that wear indication like it's starting.
Yeah, I mean, but they all kind of, it's hard to get that on camera.
Yeah.
You kind of see it if I tip it just right. You see that color change. But I mean, that's not abnormal at all.
No.
On the other hand, the concave one's pretty abnormal.
Yep. Well, that's a well-machined unit.
Yeah.
I guess we'll pull the rest apart and we'll see what's what.
Yeah. This thing's still coming apart. I got a lot left to do. All right, time to go part shopping. So, future project. Got a bunch of sheet metal over there for it. Got a flip front end for another 57. Got some fiberglass bumpers off Big Sexy. An AFR head, a Holly head,
Wow.
which is I think an AFR head, but I can't find a mate to it. It's old school stuff, and it's a brand new head. But not much luck finding a mate to that one.
The old flat top it out of...
This one's just an AFR 220. It's common. I can get that.
The old flat top it out of 327 here.
Okay. That's a possibility. Can you find the lifters?
I mean, definitely not. So.
That roller I bought is over there too that maybe we can use.
I'm gonna be looking at rollers.
Here is a treasure trove of all of our goodies. That's a throw-up bearing for a slipper. This is a slipper pressure plate and another slipper pressure plate. I've already had a slipper disc in there that was just on a shim delt pressure plate. So we'll put this baby in here. We're about 4.5 hours into this little project. We've got both motors torn apart. The 327 is going back together shortly. The 400 is on its way back together.
This is a big comp, I think, which is definitely not an option.
That's a huge comp, huh? That custom made one?
I'm trying to find, yeah, with the damaged lobe. So
That's a real 3/4 can.
Yeah,
That's a, what is that can?
I think that's that weird bullet cam we got.
Oh yeah, that's what that is for sure. That's
That's a strange unit.
That is a strange unit. Bought this at the swap meet. And if you look at the orientation of the first two lobes, it is completely back asswards to another cam. So this is some kind of a firing order swap of some nature that
Now, was this
I can't seem to find the information on.
camshaft that
That's that cam I was telling you about right there that I bought. Right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks a lot more reasonable.
We got spare seat and guide machines if anybody wants one.
The hell is CHS?
An old school planer. I don't know what CHS is. That's off a sprint car though, because it's got the drilled in for the fuel pump.
Sprint car cam? Perfect for an old 400.
Well, hey, don't be a sissy.
I mean, if it clears, that would be.
And where's them pistons at?
Uh,
We had all that stuff.
oh, right here. So it looks
Is that the 400 pistons?
No, it can't be. Must be that's other. Oh no, it must be. No, can't be. That's different stuff. I don't know what this is.
Let me see that.
What garbage is this? It's like 327 junk or something. No, the pin's not that high. Must be 350 stuff.
Well, those valve reliefs, what in the hell did we take those out of?
I mean,
That's on a stock rod though. I think that's at 400 things we bought the other day.
maybe. On a 5.7 rod. Could be. We have to check the bore, make sure they're 30 overs.
I thought they were. And we had another set in the box too.
And we got some here 30 over. I know for sure that are actually forged. Or these might be too, actually.
Those aren't a hypereutetic or cast piston, not that valve
definitely a
relief.
forged piston. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, so you gotta make sure that's.
I think they'd be better than that motor than the ones you got. They might clear the valves better with a roller too.
Yeah.
Tires, and more tires. Old stuff. Yeah, tons of crap. 283, NV 4500. One of those old 833 Chrysler type transmissions. It's an overdrive for a Chevy Picket. Kind of a different sort of outfit. I need to find a ring gear to replace ours. And what else do we need?
Well, for your engine, you need, or for my engine?
Both.
Well, for this engine, I gotta track down wherever we put my new bearings and piston rings and everything.
Bearings are on the shelf in the machine shop. The piston rings are behind the planer with my stuff, I believe. Took a bunch of extra time that I shouldn't have took. Anyway, shaft rockers. I switched out from the pedestal mount, or not the pedestal mount, but the stud mount to the shaft rockers just because I don't like the stud girdles and stuff. They're a pain in the butt, and I had the shaft rockers, so I put them in. But, you know, messed around a couple hours getting my heights and everything right on that. And then I had an aluminum flywheel that I needed the Healy coil. I wanted to try the aluminum flywheel on it and set up the slipper clutch for it. I took that all apart and got the adjusters all loose on it and everything. So, anyway, I'm way behind, but figured I might as well do it right since I was way behind anyway. I don't know, Junior disappeared. That was awkward. Walked in on him shaving his woman. I'm an old fella, and I've seen a lot of stuff, and it was disturbing to me because I never realized the girl could have that much hair on her back. But anyway, you know, to each his own. So anyway, I'll stay at this thing. I think we'll have it ready for the race. I gotta keep walking away from it and doing occasional paint work here, but I should be able to button it up tomorrow and have it all ready to rock. And I gotta switch over. It had that dual carb nitrous plate set up. I want to switch that out for the single carb, and so it's going to take a little bit of line work and a few things like that, and then change the wiring around just a little bit, and then set up that slipper deal in there, because that's been, I don't think I have to change my linkage any, but I might. And we had kind of a jinky homemade slipper in there before. I had a sintered iron disc, and we just shimmed out the pressure plate. It actually worked fairly good, you know, for your start line and everything, but of course you can't get the centrifugal force to lock it. There's no provision for it. So Now I've got the proper ram set up in it as a whole, and I would have put it in there before, but I needed to space my bell housing back just a little bit. There was no way to get the throw bearing to clear. It just rammed right to the back. So I've got a 1/4 inch spacer I'll put in, and anyway, that should fix this right up. We'll be good. And then, I don't know, we'll just keep buttoning it up. Alright, I got my toy back. Kind of nice having my old 327 back. It sings the music of my people.
The granny shift, it's fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to adjust that a little bit so I can pull that. I can't go like that.
No.
It's not a big deal, but I just needed to pull more on a second. I just run that 3rd gear gate up just a little bit.
Yeah.
The 2nd gear gate down, however you want to say it. Then you can ram it without it hooking up like that. Pulls good though, doesn't it?
Seems back to what it was for sure, or more.
I'd say more.
Probably.
I didn't continue to ram. You notice all you feel the clutch slip?
I didn't really, I wasn't paying attention.
3rd gear, you can hear the RPM.
Yeah.
I gotta tighten it up a bit for street use. Might work pretty good on the track though, even with those extra weights.
It very well may.
It definitely is slipping. Have to see how the launch is. May want to leave that extra weight on it and take out the preload.
You know, it maybe work pretty good.
Yeah, because I mean, if it hooks too much, I think I'll just go launch it like that.
See what it does.
See what it does. I'll mess with that shifter a bit, but I don't think I'll touch the clutch until
Or at the track.
until we're at the track.
Good call.
Because I mean, I was up in the RPM quite a ways before it hooked. So 3rd gear, it didn't act like it really wanted to hook, which is fine at the track.
Yeah.
I didn't shift as high of an RPM as I would at the track though either.
No, you're only at like 65 or something.
But definitely I'll put a little preload in it. Street drive it, I guess.
I mean, it's definitely real rich. Like,
Yeah, I'd say that thing, we need to knock a few jets out of it.
we need to go back to where it was.
Yeah. Do you remember where it was?
Yeah.
What was it?
82s.
All the way around?
Well, 82s. But I don't think I messed with the rear jet on that car. Or maybe I did a little bit, but the front, I know I had 86s in it when that car was on Percy's car, and I know you had 80s or 82s in it, so.
I think 82s is what I remember.
I think you were 82, 84, as I recall.
That sounds right to me. You didn't change power valves or anything?
Nope.
Be good to go.
Should be.
Anyway, we'll go put some gas in this thing and go get some blood.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds like we got her.
Your 3rd gear sounds like 3rd gear.
Well, that's straight cut gears in the tranny and a quick change rear end of the straight cut gears.
A lot of straight cut
If
gears.
you want to fly it, you got the wrong car.
Look, no children were offended. The teachers, on the other hand, very offended.
Ah, come on. They're all excited.
All right, well, I suppose we'll end that off there for now.